Republicans say Muslims don't belong here after an attempted terror attack against New York's Mayor Zohran Mamdani, and the House Speaker Mike Johnson says nothing really to condemn those comments. Another special guest is going to be with us at the table when we come back. First, this morning I issued a correction first thing in the morning on X for a mistake that I made in last night's show, but I also wanted to do so on air as well. I incorrectly said that the bombs that were thrown by ISIS-inspired suspects in New York over the weekend were directed at Mayor Mamdani. They were not. I failed to catch and correct that mistake in real time, and I take full responsibility for that. And while we do make mistakes, it is important to acknowledge and correct those errors when they happen.
Far-left host Abby Phillip found herself in hot water this week after making a major on-air mistake about an attempted terror attack in New York City. She later had to issue a correction after inaccurately describing key details surrounding the incident. During the segment, Phillip suggested that an ISIS-linked bombing was directed at the city's socialist mayor, Zohran Mamdani, while criticizing House Republicans. The claim quickly drew attention after reports indicated the situation had been mischaracterized. According to earlier reporting from the Gateway Pundit, the incident occurred Saturday when two suspects, 18-year-old Amir Bilat and 19-year-old Ibrahim Nick, allegedly threw homemade explosive devices during an anti-Islam protest organized by Jake Lang, a former January 6 defendant who was pardoned by Donald Trump last year. Reporting from the New York Post stated that authorities believe the device was made using sports drink bottles packed with triacetone triperoxide, TATP, a highly unstable explosive that has been used in past terrorist attacks and is sometimes referred to as the mother of Satan. Phillip seemed to take the opportunity to go after Republicans like Randy Fine and Annie Ogles, suggesting their rhetoric somehow played a role in the situation. But in the process, she made a major mistake, claiming the attack was aimed at Zohran Mamdani, the mayor of New York City. That claim quickly fell apart when the actual details of the incident came out. Many users criticized the mistake and CNN's reporting. Some responses included comments like, "You should verify facts before reporting them." The correction comes after millions heard the wrong version. This is why trust in media is collapsing. This needs to be corrected on TV, not just on it. Some commentators also argued the framing about the mayor being targeted was misleading. I was literally about to make a video calling you out. What you probably should do is say this on air, because a lot of people that watch CNN do not have X. No, Abby, you did not misreport it. You deliberately twisted the facts on purpose. You are nothing but a shameless political hack, with your head buried so deep in the anti-American echo chamber that it is downright nauseating. If CNN has any shot at survival in this era of accountability, they need to axe you immediately. The only reason anyone tunes into your segments is Scott Jennings, the sole voice of reason amid your partisan drivel. Fake news getting called out for reporting fake news. Then she goes back on Fake News Network to say she reported fake news. And today she will go right back to reporting fake news. Too late. You are a fraud. No one would even be watching if it was not for Scott Jennings. This is from Stan Wilson. CNN is being flooded with calls to fire far-left, DI-hire propagandist Abby Phillip after she falsely claimed on air that Zohran Mamdani was the target of the two Muslim bombers in NYC. And let us be honest here. This is not the first time CNN has been criticized for getting a story wrong. Over the years, the network has faced repeated backlash for reporting mistakes, rushed narratives, and corrections that sometimes come only after the public starts pushing back. One of the most serious examples happened when a jury found the network liable for defaming U.S. Navy veterans Zachary Young over a report about evacuations during the United States withdrawal from Afghanistan. The report suggested he was running what they described as a black market operation, helping people escape the country. But Young argued the story misrepresented what he was actually doing.
Young plaintiff versus Cable News Network Inc. defendant. Verdict form number 1. Do you find by the greater weight of the evidence that defendant CNN committed defamation per se against plaintiff Zachary Young? Yes. Number 2, do you find by the greater weight of the evidence that defendant CNN committed defamation by implication against plaintiff Zachary Young? Yes. Number 3, what is the total amount of plaintiff Zachary Young's damages for both lost earnings in the past and for the loss of his earning capacity in the future, reduced by the amount that plaintiff could have earned from comparable employment?
The case ended up in court, and a jury ruled that the reporting damaged his reputation and awarded him millions in damages. That situation raised serious questions about how quickly major networks push stories out without fully verifying the details first. And that is just one example. There have also been on-air mistakes that went viral, like when a graphic accidentally combined the names of former President Barack Obama and terrorist leader Osama bin Laden, creating an embarrassing moment that spread rapidly across social media.
Against an associate of Osama bin Laden named Abu Zubaydah. The Intel Committee said that the experience he had were awful. He had at least 83 applications of waterboarding. He spent over 11 days in a coffin-sized confinement box.
Critics pointed to incidents like these as proof that large media organizations are not immune to the same errors they often accuse others of making. So when viewers see another correction or apology, it adds to the perception that the media sometimes moves faster than the facts. And in a time when trust in journalism is already fragile, every mistake like this fuels more skepticism from the public about whether the full story is being reported accurately the first time around. At the end of the day, situations like this remind us why accuracy in journalism matters so much. When major news networks report on serious issues like terrorism or public safety, people expect the information to be verified and presented carefully. When mistakes happen, even if they are corrected later, the original claim can still spread quickly across the internet before the full facts come out. That is why moments like this create such strong reactions from viewers. Many people feel that once a narrative is out there, the correction rarely reaches the same audience that heard the original statement. And to be fair, mistakes can happen in any newsroom. Reporting breaking news is complicated. Information changes quickly, and journalists often work under pressure. But when errors occur repeatedly, it raises questions from the public about whether networks are moving too fast before confirming the details. That is why viewers today are more skeptical than ever, and often look at multiple sources before deciding what to believe. Trust in media has become one of the biggest issues in modern journalism, and every reporting mistake only adds more fuel to that debate. Stories like this also show how powerful social media has become. Years ago, a mistake during a broadcast might have gone unnoticed by most viewers. Today, within minutes, clips spread across the internet. People analyze them, and networks are forced to respond much faster. In some cases, that pressure leads to corrections and clarifications that might not have happened otherwise. Whether you agree with the criticism or not, it is clear that the public is paying very close attention to how stories are reported. At the end of the day, the most important thing is that the facts are clear and the truth is reported accurately. When something goes wrong, the best thing any journalist or network can do is acknowledge it, correct it, and move forward with transparency. That is how trust is rebuilt over time. And as viewers, it is always important for us to stay informed, question what we hear, and look at the full picture before forming conclusions. If you found this video interesting and want more breakdowns like this where we look at the news and talk about what is really going on, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets YouTube know you want to see more content like this. Also, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments because I always like to hear what you think about these stories. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one, here on Common Sense Reacts.